Succession is one of the best shows on TV, and as a lawyer, I can tell you it's actually surprisingly accurate, especially for a TV show or movie. But with that said, there are a few things that they do get wrong, or at least embellish on the show, that aren't accurate to real life. So this is the first in our series of Succession versus the real world. And today we're going to be kicking it back to season 1 and the vote of no confidence. Now, if you'll remember, this is when Logan showed up to the meeting of vote of no confidence. Now, this is where the show goes off the track, because this would actually not happen. Now, when a board of directors would have a vote of no confidence, they would go into what's called an executive session. So the CEO would not be there, because obviously it's a conflict of interest. You don't want the person that's subject to the vote to be there because he could obviously influence other members of the board on their decision, which is what happens in the episode. Now, it's also important to note that a vote of no confidence is in fact a business term, not a legal term. It's just meant to gauge whether the board of directors have confidence in their CEO. But typically, you're not going to call a vote of no confidence unless you believe you can kick out the CEO, or at least have a decent shot. So this is where inaccuracy number 2 comes in, because Kendall seems to be surprised by how some of the members of the board of directors vote regarding Logan. Now again, this would likely not happen, because while board of directors could change their mind at the last minute, typically you wouldn't call this vote without talking to each member of the board and understanding where their head is at and have a pretty good idea of how they're going to vote. In this case, Kendall would want Logan out, so he would have already contacted all the members of the board to find their decision and would feel pretty confident that they'd be kicking him out. And the final inaccuracy, which is a bit of a semantical one, is at the end of the episode when Logan stays on, he says, I'm firing, you, and you from the board of directors. Now, while a CEO can fire employees, he technically can't fire someone from the board of directors, but what he could do is prevent them from being renominated to be reelected to the board, which in essence is preventing them from retaining that position, or kind of in a roundabout way, getting them and sort of firing them. But again, it's technically not firing, you're just preventing them from being reelected. And that's Succession versus real life. Stay tuned for more, and we'll get into more of how Succession is accurate or inaccurate. So be sure to follow and comment below with any questions.